Welcome to the Market Rag for Monday, December 10th, 2007. We had a nice move up in the markets today. The S&P was up 0.75%, along with the Dow, and the Nasdaq up about 0.5%. The only thing down today was oil slightly, and our bonds fell, but a nice big move up in gold. Looking at the market grid today, one thing really stands out to me. As you look here, on our shortest time frame we look at, we've got a ton of green. Look at all this bounce. Now it hasn't carried over into any of the longer time frames yet, but we've had one heck of a week. You can also see the same thing down here in the sectors. Everyone turned bright green except for telecom. On the commodities, we've fallen with oil and the bonds down to the lower part of their ranges in the shortest time frame. One thing to note is we've got a lot of extremely high signals getting kicked in by a lot of these areas. So a move down shouldn't come as a big surprise at this point. You can see our nice move up today. Remember, we're right in the center of things, and this can be a very confusing area. A lot of times action that takes place here doesn't make much sense. And tomorrow we have a Fed decision. This could mean a lot of volatility for the market, both to the upside or the downside. The Nasdaq is battling right around its 50-day moving average, which is basically flat at this point. Oil is chopping around this support area, still trying to figure out what it wants to do. The bonds, after breaking this resistance, had this great run up and is basically given it all back and now back down to this area. The question is, what side of this line does it want to stay on? One area that hasn't joined the upward movement over the last couple weeks has been telecom. You can see it's bounced up, but just kind of struggling with this old prior high over here. The semis have also been underperforming, but again run back up into this old resistance area. We'll see what it wants to do here. Coming over to materials here, look at the rebound we've had. It broke down through this support area and has now bounced back up and is retesting its prior resistance. Similar situation with energy. It just didn't break down quite as bad, but we're back above our line in the sand. The next testing area is going to be this upper overhead resistance here. Tech hasn't enjoyed the party as much either, still bouncing around this resistance area. Healthcare got above its resistance area and is just chopping around here. Utilities continue its run after clearing resistance. A similar situation here with your consumer staples. Chopped around resistance here, but has now pretty much cleared its way up. Remember, a lot of these are extremely high, so a pullback wouldn't be out of line. As I take a look at the portfolio here, we have a ton long. About 40% of our buying power, or about 80% of your total cash, is long the market right now. That's a little bit dangerous with the Fed coming out. If things are good and the market runs, great. We'll be in a perfect position. But if anything hiccups and they start taking this apart, you can expect to get stopped out on a lot of trades. Our risk is pretty minor. We took the one new trade today and it put a little risk in our account. I already have shaven some of that off just because of the environment we're going into tomorrow. CRS has been working out for us pretty nice lately. The only problem I have is you'll see down here at the bottom of the screen there's been no volume coming in on this. I was going to try to hold half this position, but because of the situation we're going into tomorrow, I'm going to take this whole thing and put it right under this day's low. Kind of getting tight with this just because of the lack of volume. Kind of our big fish of the day right now is this CSIQ. Great run up over the last couple days since our initial entry. This one I'm going to split. I'm going to keep half of our stop down right under this area above our break-even point, so our risk is safe. The other half of my stop I'm going to move right up under here. Put it pretty tight, so again we can expect to get stopped out and book some of that money here in the next few days. Rate was a short we had out there today, and this is why you asked for confirmation, you guys. We had an order to short this right under this low here. Well, as you can see after today, there were no sellers in the market. Go ahead and cancel this order, it's done. We've got a few more trades out there. I'm basically going to throw out a few short orders and ask for some safe entries, just in case something hiccups tomorrow. But again, the main thing to remember is it's going to be a volatile one way or the other, so just prep yourself for that.